Told you he wasn't gonna wear no dress until they offered him the dress, and then he put it on. And what did he say after he wore it? I made my own decision. Duh. But you didn't make it before they brought it up, did you? It's okay. It's all right. For a 5-year period, every single movie that Kevin Hart did was a movie that had been on my desk, that all I had said was, just, can we take some of this step and fetch it shit out? And then I can do it. Like, it don't need to be overtly homosexual, because I'm not homosexual, right? It doesn't need that to be funny, right? And me saying that and them going, oh yeah, no problem. And then going to give it to this other guy and having him do it just like it was, and acting like I'm a bad person because I keep standing on my standard. But, yeah, it's, Kevin told you he wasn't gonna wear.
My frustration with Cat Williams comes from, you keep pointing at Hollywood. Hollywood this, the white man, this, and this. When do you take responsibility for your actions? You had the shot.
Cat was in that position at one point.
You were the guy. You were set up to be the star. You didn't show up to work. You fucked off promo shoots. You fucked off your promo fucking trips that they had set up for you. You became a risk to the studios, which is why the studios stopped fucking with you.
Why was he a risk?
He chose drugs.
Oh, okay.
Take responsibility for what you chose and say, you know what? I got to fix me, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to stand up for comedy. So when you say Tiffany Haddish doesn't deserve or isn't really a comedian and these other women have worked hard, which they have. Shouts out to Melanie Camacho. Shouts out to Lunel. Shouts out to Leslie Jones, who are all underneath the umbrella of Cat Williams. Cat Williams, have you ever used your platform to fucking bring the people that were under you up? My frustration with Cat...
You mentioned the dress. Big conversation about that. Did you get like slack when you wore the dress at that moment?
It was like, wasn't slack from people. Only Cat Williams. Cat Williams was trying to always say, Brandon don't wear a dress. You know,
he called you, or is this...
No, he was saying it in the media, so I thought he was heckling me. He was really trying to help me at the time. I didn't know that. I was immature.
Right.
I felt like, dang, why I'm trying to make it. Why you bashing me? And then he was trying to warn me, you know, don't get in the dress.
What do you think the dress is about? Is it to tone us down, to tone that realness down?
I think the dress, personally, is a thing that is not in our culture to do. And I think everybody will want to put their culture on us. No, not to hate your culture or your God. If your God say you can put on a dress and your culture is normal for you, that you have the right as a human to choose that. But me, for my God and my culture, my ancient culture, we didn't do stuff like that.
You mentioned the dress.
Shalom, shalom. HALALYAM YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone, to teach them well. Peace and salutations be to the full elect. And brother Tazawam coming at you from the prophets in Babylon camp here in Tampa, Florida. This is going to be going into the dress topic with Cat Williams. Alright, how you went on exposing all those jakes. Pretty much all these jakes got on dresses, man. You know, they wearing dresses for their movies. You know, and Cat Williams just used, you know, being blunt with it. Alright, so we can go ahead and get right into it. Give me 1 second. Alright, so this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10, and verse... Chapter 10 and verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. The kingdom is translated from one people to another. And that's how the kingdom get translated, man. But you got Jakes coming up in this industry, and the Hollywood industry, the music industry, and they're just trying to, what that is they're trying to have a part in Esau's kingdom. All right, knowing that it's not their rest. But you want a part in Esau's kingdom, you're going to have to do what Esau wants you to do. There's requirements that he has for you to do to, eat the crumbs from underneath this table, man. It says, because of unrighteous dealings. Okay, so these guys were doing unrighteous dealings. Injuries and riches got by deceit. The kingdom is translated from one people to another. So that's how, rulership over the world gets translated from one people to another. Not always how, but oftentimes how the kingdom gets stolen from one nation, man. But you got these jakes coming up in the industry doing things such as these just to get a part of Esau's kingdom. But they have to literally sell everything they have, man. Yahawashi said, if a man want to be my disciple, let him sell everything he hath, come and follow me. He said, a rich man, let him sell everything that he have and come and follow after me. But scriptures say it is easier for a camel to enter into the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom, because what? They have so much belongings that they can't, sacrifice that for, to come down and humble themselves and serve the Lord, YAHAWASHI. And this is the same thing for those that are trying to become rich, that are trying to get their own gain in this world, man. It says, why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. A covetous man is a man that wants. Oh, he got a Lamborghini, I want that. Oh, he got all these fine women, I want that. Oh, he got the nicest shoes. He got the money to get all this and that. I want the money to get all that too. And this is where you get all these niggas popping up in the Hollywood industry. It says, for such an one setteth his own soul to sale. These guys will sell just about anything to have that, man. To have that glory. All right, and they will even risk putting on a dress and being, how do you say it? Emasculized, emasculine. What do you say? Okay, so emasculate. You could say emasculate. So they'll do all these things, okay, and even become more emasculate just to get money. It says, for such a one setteth his own soul to sale. You just do soul. That's why we say, that's where you get the saying from, oh, he sold his soul. Okay, this guy sold his soul because they literally sold their souls, man. It says right here in the scripture, for such an one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels. All right, because what? He's so covetous that he's gonna do whatever it takes to get the things that other people has. No matter what it takes. You got Jake sacrificing their family members just to get riches and fame. Okay, doing rituals on their family members, putting their family members under witchcraft and sacrificing them just so they can have money for a little season, man. Yeah, Kevin Hart, Kevin Hart was like, I make my own decisions. Okay, but like he said, you didn't make it before they said that. They said, hey, you want this, you gotta put this dress on. All right, you're gonna go, this movie's gonna sell big, it's gonna be a big movie, it's gonna be a hit. Just put this dress on, play this role, and the hit is yours. And Kevin Hart was saying that Cat Williams had a chance to make it. He had a chance to be that guy. That just goes to show that Kevin Hart would have done anything to be that guy. And he is that guy. But what did he have to lose to get it? He had to lose his own ego, he had to literally submit himself into Esau. And Esau gonna have to, if he's gonna let you be anything in his kingdom, you're gonna have to come with his traditions. You're gonna have to push his narrative. You're gonna have to push his ideals on the people. Okay, he's going to use using you Jakes to push his own ideals on the people. That's why you got men walking around in dresses. You got men walking around talking about they want to be women. You got effeminate men. Okay, you got Jake just being spiritually and mentally buck broken, man. You know, these guys get buck broken in the back behind closed doors, and then they get buck broken in public by putting on dresses, man. Okay, it says themselves. This is the book of Timothy, 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 9. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. All right, let's see if we can grab, man, that's a nice one there. That was 1 Timothy 6 and let's see if we can grab that in a different version of the scriptures. Like here it says, and the NIV. It's 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 9. Those who want to get rich fall into temptation and a trap, and into many foolish and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. Some people, eager for money, have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with many griefs. Let's see if we can find the NLT. This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 9 in the NLT. But people who long to be rich fall into temptation and are trapped by many foolish and harmful desires that plunge them into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil, and some people craving money have wandered from the true faith and have pierced themselves have wandered from the true faith and pierced themselves with many sorrows. So, beautifully said. These men have pierced themselves through with many sorrows because of the things that they had to lose, sacrifice, and do just to get the money that they have, just to get the recognition that they have, you know. And they have to keep doing it to stay relevant. If they stop doing it, then people begin to forget who Cat Williams is. You know, people began to forget who Kevin Hart is. All right, because more and more people being born every day, these men are trying to stay relevant. They're trying to keep money. They're trying to keep their face on the billboards, to their faces on the TV screen, you know. So they have to pierce themselves through with many sorrows day in and day out, every day, you know, just to maintain such a status. Okay, these guys are miserable. Okay, however it may look, they're miserable, man. Ain't no way to just jump from, because these guys are trying to come up some other way. So if you want you want a bite of the cake in this kingdom, what makes you think you can get a bite of that salvation? You know, you're gonna have to be destroyed in the fire, man. Okay, you want to enjoy the, you know, pleasures of sin for a season. You know what scripture say? Moses, you know, he said he'd rather suffer with his people than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. All right, these people are going to enjoy the pleasure of having recognition and money and fame, and you know, that's only for a season. It's only for a certain amount of time. What happens if you go and put your and even Cat Williams said it, man. He said in the fucking podcast, man. This guy was exposing everything. He said he's trying to get as far. He tried to get as far as he could in Hollywood, while keeping and maintaining his anal virginity, man. Okay, without getting butt broken, pretty much. Literally, like physically. All right, so he okay, so lucky. But yeah, he said he tried to get as far as he could in Hollywood without, you know, losing his backside virginity, man. You know, and that just goes to show you that all the people that got further than him lost it. You know, Kevin Hart lost his shit, man. This guy's got a movie coming out every month. These men got series and Netflix series and television shows that has their face being relevant every day, okay? And they're still making income and money from these things. Kevin Hart or Cat Williams is trying to do a stand-up comedian, which take it all with a grain of salt, because this guy probably lost his shit too, man. All right, there's certain things you gotta do just to get the status and the things that you want in this world. You have to make yourself more wicked than others, and that's an understatement. It says, now I want to say something too. I was trying to get, I had joined this this is a beautiful scripture. Well, I had joined this Andrew Tate thing, like his little website. Trying to figure out how to make more money, without doing much labor, and trying to figure out how to make money from a computer. That I can have more time to do lessons and spend more time with the brotherhood. So I'm in his little thing, and I'm just learning the things that he's teaching, and I'm realizing that most of the things he's teaching is going to require you to sin just to get it, just to do it, and just to maintain it. You're going to have to, you want to be on top, you're going to have to devour somebody beneath you, and that's pretty much most of the things that he was doing, is just using deception to get more and more money out of people that are already poor. We find ourselves, and I considered myself, trying to find a way to get more money, and I consider, damn, did I pay for this website that I'm learning from? Hell yeah, and that's making him more money. But how is it making me more money? And it was just teaching you how to devour the poor, because the rich devour the poor. I was like, damn, there's not really much I can learn from him or learn from here, because the best thing you can do is learn trades. You want to make more money, learn trades. And there's things around that you can to get more money to take care of you and your family, but you ain't gonna get nowhere rich. You ain't gonna get Bugattis and shit. Bugatti. You don't want to desire to be rich while you're in this truth, because it's going to require you to betray all your virtues, betray all your morals that you've gained in this truth. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 27, verse 1. Many have sinned for a small matter, and he that seeketh for abundance will turn his eyes away. You're going to turn your eyes away from the truth. You're going to turn your eyes away from the Lord. You're going to turn your eyes away from the commandments, the things that make us whole, the things that make us holy, the things that make us acceptable of the Lord. YAHAWASHI, you will turn your eyes away from it. As a nail sticketh fast between the joinings of the stones, so doth sin stick close between buying and selling. So you ain't gonna be able to get nowhere far in this world with money, without having to commit sin. You're gonna have to devour the poor. You're gonna have to lie to people, sell people certain things that just ain't it. Watch The Wolf on Wall Street. These guys pretty much they got rich through deception. Wherefore they gained their title, The Wolf on Wall Street. That's why the scriptures say many are wolves in sheep's clothing, because they rob the sheep. And what a wolf does is just it comes out of nowhere, and it may humble itself and come like it's just friendly, but it's going to rob you, man, behind your back. When you ain't looking, it's going to bite your ass. Okay, and that's what these men were doing in the show or the movie called Wolf on Wall Street. That's what these rich people do. They tell you how they're winning, man. They'll tell you how they're getting the things that they have. And what I learned from it is you're better off staying poor, man, and content. Scriptures say the Lord has chosen the poor of this world rich in faith. You don't have to be poor. You want to become, you want to gain eternal riches and status in the kingdom. Okay, you're going to have to stay poor in this world. You're going to have to be on the bottom in this world so that you could be on the top in the world to come. Okay, You got to remember what's most important, and it's not the things of this world. These things are going to perish. They won't be here for much longer. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, YAHAWASHI, his house shall soon be overthrown. So you can't get distracted by the things of this world. You know, you got to hold yourself diligently in the fear of YAHAWASHI. Consider him in all ways and paths that you take, and you're gonna be in. You're gonna fare well, man. Okay, but if you don't consider the Lord YAHAWASHI and things that you're doing, if ever at any time it becomes for your own sake, your own gain's sake, you know that it's just off, man. You know that you're going off. You know that you're going down the wrong path, and the end of that is destruction. This is the book of, I think we'll close out with this, if it be the Lord's will. This is the book of Matthew chapter 6 and verse 20. Verse 23, but if thine eye be evil, thy whole body, matter of fact, I'll start at 22. The light of the body is the eye. Okay, so what are you focused on? What do you have your mind on? It says, if therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. So if you focused, okay, on what? The truth, obviously, on, you know, pleasing the Lord, YAHAWASHI, your whole body going to be full of light. It says, but if thine eye be evil, meaning your mind, if your mind is focused on things, carnality of this world, it says, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. You're going to attract all sorts of corruption that comes with this world. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other. So you can't try to get rich and try to please the Lord, YAHAWASHI. You can either hate the one or love the other, it says, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. So else you're going to spend more time trying to make money. And that's what I realized too, being in that damn Andrew Tate community thing, trying to learn how to make more money. I learned that I had to spend a lot of time in there in order to learn anything valuable. It says, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. So you're going to end up giving more time to trying to become rich rather than giving time to the Lord. But if you're, you know, focused on the Lord, YAHAWASHI, you're going to give more time to the things that please him. You're going to serve him and give due service. And you ain't really worry about money too much. The scripture says, seek out first his righteousness in the kingdom, and all these things shall be added unto you. So whether you realize it or not, you're going to be taken care of. And despise the other, ye cannot serve YAHAWASHI and Mammon. Okay, and that's summing it all up in just one sentence here. Ye cannot serve YAHAWASHI and Mammon. You can't serve the Lord and money. You can't try to get yourself somewhere in this world and serve the Lord YAHAWASHI at the same time. You're going to have to become a... What did Andrew Tate say? He said he is constantly working. You wake up, he works. He goes out to eat, he's working. He's got a laptop with him all the time. Even in the interviews, he's got a laptop with him working. Okay, he's working on how to make more money. None of that time is going to YAHAWASHI. All right? Now he says he has respect towards the Lord and he has morals and things of that nature. Okay, but how can you do work for the Lord if you're doing work for yourself? You're going to either work for yourself or you're going to work for the Lord. You're going to serve your own belly or you're going to serve YAHAWASHI. All right. So with that, I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you, Akim and Agwath, listening to the sincerity. So next time, I give all glory, honor, and praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Shalom.